You just made something approximating a pro-human case. And so I would ask you a psychological question. How do you think you've conducted yourself in your own life effectively so that that sense of existential guilt, that potential hostility towards human endeavor itself or even human existence has been ameliorated? Like, what have you done that you believe is sufficiently valuable to justify the cost of your own existence?
But I guess why would I don't understand why I would feel it in the first place, because the people who feel it have a very warped, at least the environmental version. We can talk about other versions, but the environmental/climate version is this very warped, delicate nurture view of the earth, that the earth is stable, sufficient, and safe, and our impact ruins it. And if you believe that and you hear all this propaganda, then you think, yeah, we're all ruining the delicate nurturer. But if you have that view, it's a very damaging view, but I don't have the view. So I don't understand why I would feel so bad.
Yeah, but people, that's the thing, is that, and I think we need to contend with this, right? Because people do have that view, and lots of people have it, and it's easy, let's say, for educators who are pushing this ideological agenda to capitalize on the prevalence of that view. That's why I'm pointing to something like an intrinsic sense of original sin, is that we have this sense as human beings, or many people do, that in some real sense, we have to atone for the crime of our existence. And I think there's something to that. I think that we have to bear a moral burden that justifies the crime of our existence, so to speak. And that would mean that we have to be genuinely, well, in your terminology, we have to be genuinely productive people, let's say. We have to be genuinely productive people that are aiming up, maybe in relationship to such things as working for the amelioration of absolute poverty. Like, there is a moral calling there. And I think that part of it...
I think of it differently.
Okay.
I think of it differently. So I think of existence as an opportunity. So I think of it as it's just this amazingly special thing that, any of us exist in the first place. I mean, probably you can think about the probabilistic nature of it. And I feel like being on Earth is just this amazing opportunity. And you can look at how different people have handled that throughout history and how they handle it today. And I think a lot of people tragically haven't made the most of it, but I think you can see certain things that people do who have made the most of it and find it fulfilling. And for me, one of the observations is people who choose a certain kind of creative work. It makes a huge difference. I'm guessing you've experienced this. I've certainly experienced this in terms of just finding something that creates value in the world that really works with how you like to use your mind, the thought process. Hopefully you get to work with certain kinds of people. I mean, that's just part of it. But there are all kinds of other opportunities of being alive. So I don't think of it at all as, we're guilty and this is bad. I think the only guilt is wasting the opportunity. That's where my kind of fear and guilt come in. Is like, I worry about, did I waste the opportunity of being alive? And part of that is, of course, you don't want to live at the expense of others and ruin the world. That's another way of wasting it. But so I think of life as opportunity, not as atonement.
You smart, you loyal, you're grateful. I appreciate that. You smart, you loyal,